Hey everyone, and welcome to the All Eight Zone podcast on YouTube and Twitch. We're here for a new series we've been wanting to do for a while. We're going to do all, it's going to be a lot, but tonight we're doing episodes, we're going to react to the WCW Nitro episodes 1 through 2. Uh, Thought it'd be better just to do 2 because one episode's only like 45 minutes, but Nitro is 2 hours, but excluding commercials, that's like taking 30 other minutes out of it. So,
Yeah.
if you guys would like to watch along, will not be on YouTube. If you have Peacock, go over. Well, I don't know. They might be on YouTube if you can find them.
Might be.
But we'll be on Peacock. So yeah, let me get my Peacock working right.
I am for one excited for this episode. When you said that we were doing this today, I was super excited.
It's always fun to go back and look at old Nitro, man. It's gonna be fun.
I like Bobby Heenan's commentary and.
Oh, he's the best. He was the best.
I would love to do a review of Bash at the Beach.
That'd be fun. Yeah,
I think we need to do that. I think we need to add that to one of our episodes.
My phone, it's like the Peacock showing up and it's not going anywhere.
Oh dang!
Come on. In the meantime, I'll try to make it. We'll hopefully make it on. Yes, that comment was earlier.
Yeah.
Well, this is on you. This will be on YouTube, so you can always go back and watch along.
Mm-hmm. You know what's funny is I sent Connor a message before we started. Went to Walmart to get a couple things, and it was like fate. But there was on the shelf in the toy aisle an NWO Hulk Hogan on the shelf.
Oh, that is total fate.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I was looking for it anyways, so I was like, you know what? I have to get it. I had to get it today. So
what luck?
Yeah, that's what I was like. I just had to. It's like one of those things. It's like in the wrestling figure community, it's like fake fate. It all made sense. So.
It's hard to pass up an NWO Hogan. So.
Oh no. NWO Hogan.
Almost there.
Rest in peace, Scott Hall. We need to do Scott Hall night on here one of these nights.
We did one when he first passed away.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Let's do a part 2.
It can always be a part 2. Hell yeah.
There's another big part. WCW. Him and Nash definitely.
Yeah.
The original Two Speak Club.
Come on.
Down in the comments, let me ask this to you guys. What is your favorite WCW match?
Oh, that's a good one. I think for me, it's probably Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio. That's probably one of my favorite matches that happened on Nitro. I know it happened on Nitro. That's probably one of my favorite matches I've ever seen on WCW television.
Oh yes.
All right, I'm ready.
Y'all ready?
So the first episode was from September 4th, 1995. This one's at a mall. This is the debut episode of Nitro. It's at a mall, believe it or not.
No
yeah.
Was it at Mall of America?
Might have been.
Mall of America. Yeah.
Because when you're watching, you can see people going up the escalator and going down. Then people didn't even pay to get in there, probably doing that over and over just to watch the event.
Smart.
I got a commercial, but.
Yeah, I got one as soon as I popped in there too. So whenever y'all are ready, I'm pressing play.
All right, I just hit play. Let me see if we get a commercial. It's loading.
I'm not gonna watch the show, but.
Oh, dang it! Come on! No,
first
show.
First, they gotta show me their show that I'm not ever gonna watch.
Right.
Are you sure you're never gonna watch? The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City?
No.
All right, you guys ready?
As hard as it is, man, I'm keeping away from it. I'm ready when y'all are.
I'm ready.
Press and play.
Oh man,
Oh, that
this
intro,
intro.
man. That brings
Dude,
back memories, dude.
I didn't even live through it, but I still get goosebumps. Vader.
And I remember once they did this intro, Raw had to pick up their intro, and they did their kind of intro where
Yeah,
they walked through the warehouse, everything was blowing up.
yeah. When they first started, at first they were whooping their ass.
Yeah,
like,
WCW. They was like for 80 or 81 weeks, I believe, when
like at
Nitro
first,
first picked up.
at first when the Monday Night War started, WWE was winning, but eventually, once things got more real in WCW, WWE didn't. They were still in their comedy,
Yeah.
cartoonish thing until
the
Stone
Red
Cold. And
Rooster, the comedy
hmm
yeah,
gooker.
I remember
I think
seeing.
Thanks.
when they saw WCW doing what they were doing, they were like, "All right, gloves are off. We're going balls to the wall now. They're doing it. We got to do it."
You know what's funny is it feels like we're like in the same like time frame, like almost 30 years later, almost at this point. Think about it. Because
Yeah.
think about it. WWE is still doing that comedy shtick and over the top characters.
It's like they go
But
back
now,
and forth. Like at first, like during this period, it was cartoonish. Then they went to the Attitude Era, and
yeah.
Ruthless Aggression. That was good. Then they went to
hmm
cartoonish. Then they'll go
Yeah.
back. Then they'll go back to it in about 20 years.
Right.
So I mean,
It's
I
a
gotta wait 20
revolving
more
door.
years for it to be quality entertainment?
Yeah.
Probably.
Unless Tony Khan buys WWE.
Uh, hello, Mario.
What's up, Mario?
Mongo is so good. Yeah, I like him and Mongo together. In a few episodes, he'll bring his dog on every episode.
Aw.
Mm.
I
Yep,
love that
it's
classic
the mall.
blue ring.
Yes, the Mall of America.
I forgot
Look at
Jushin
the
Thunder,
size of that
Thunder
ring,
Liger was
man.
here. Oh my
Jushin
god.
Thunder Liger. I forgot he was in the first
I
match.
forgot Liger was in this.
Holy
Oh.
crap.
I believe he's going against Sabu. Could be
Sabu?
wrong.
No,
I
he's
could,
going to get Brian Pillman. I think Brian
Flying
Pillman, I believe.
Brian.
Brian Pillman. Brian
Before,
Pillman. Sabu's in the X
before.
episode.
Oh. Dude, you guys
Man,
Uh,
ever
I
see
totally forgot Jushin had the first match. Him and Brian.
See, people are going up those escalators. They're not paying a ticket. They're just doing that over and over just to see their show free. That's what they're doing.
Brian Pillman. Flying Brian.
What mascot is that? Is there a
I don't know.
sports team or
I forget.
there's a lot of Hulk Hogan? See, we was talking about this a long time ago, but Hulk Hogan was a big merchandise seller for WCW,
Yeah.
WWE. He couldn't wrestle worth a flip, but he could sure if you wanted someone to boost your ratings, boost your merch sales, you
hmm
could do it.
He can move. He can move merch like a mug. I know that.
Oh, the NWO in general.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When,
I mean, once
when
they came out, it was like when you watched WCW, it was like a sea of NWO
Ooh.
shirts back
all you
then.
see was white and black.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
And I forget that Jushin Thunder Liger and Brian Pillman, man, they've had great matches over the years. Before this time, they had a little rivalry.
Oh.
I know someone mentioned Mongo Michael in the comments. He isn't really doing too good health wise. I saw uh,
Voice?
Steve Mongo
Hmm.
Michaels. Guys,
Yeah, I heard about that.
I seen a picture of him. He didn't look too good.
Another match I think you guys should go watch after this. This one is Cactus Jack versus Hollywood Blondes Brian Pillman.
Oh, I think I've seen that match before, but it is worth watching again.
Ooh.
Just
These
because
two
Cactus
guys,
Jack, those
hmm
screeches, man, like that was. Ugh.
these two guys got great chemistry.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
I
They
really
already
do
know
see
what
a little bit of AEW in this already.
they already know what they're gonna like.
Oh.
They already know what the other guy's gonna go for.
yeah,
It's like a giant chess match.
exactly. Good. Yeah, good. That's a good way to put it. It's like a giant chess match.
So you don't see much of this in AEW, like actual mat wrestling.
Not a
Right.
whole lot.
Very technical. Very technical.
Well,
Look
I
at
think
all
we're
those people.
starting to.
Look at all those people on the escalators. Like,
To think that's
Oh,
in the
that'd be
middle of a
fun.
mall.
yeah. Where is the
Crazy.
Mall of America? Florida?
I want to say, I think
Oh,
it's
jeez, I
Florida.
forget where it is.
Oh no 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 no
That
no
must
no
be a
no
big
no!
mall for them to have Nitro there.
Come
I'd
on,
like to
Billy,
go
come
there and
on!
go to the room where they had this at. Oh,
Oh,
Oh man, there it goes.
another just quick little shout. Like you can definitely see where some of the wrestlers in AEW, like Punk, Danielson,
Yeah.
or even like some of the flyers, like Styles, the Bucks. You can see a lot of resemblance just of these two wrestlers right here. This is
yeah.
like,
You talk about the
especially with
blueprint. I mean, it's right here.
the trailblazers of modern wrestling for sure.
That's good head scissors. I feel like
Yeah, that
Brian
was
Pillman,
really good.
he was always good at head scissors.
Yeah.
What is Juicing going to
Oh,
do? Ooh.
Oh,
And so, like, their mats are, they got mats, but, like, they got the
that's a
old
big
fashioned
trick.
guardrails that probably hurt
yeah.
worse.
That
Oh,
concrete does
the-
not seem forgiving.
oh, never. It's never forgiving.
Six Flags. What does that say?
And those real steel guardrails right there. Real steel. Oh, oh,
I
that
wish
was the top level of the out.
AEW would do something like this, either at the mall, or it'd be
Yeah.
cool to see them do something like at Six Flags or.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I remember when they did Dynamite on the cruise ship, Jericho's cruise. Like, they should go to, like, the Mall of America. Like, do Bash at the Beach or Beach Break at the beach. Like, go
Yes,
to the
Exactly.
beach and do it at the beach.
You know how many wrestlers would pay to do that or want to do it for free, and then how many fans would pay big money to do it? Like, Tony would make his
Fact
money
of
back
match.
and then some.
Mm-hmm.
I know WWE was going to do that during the pandemic. Where they wanted to do it on a ship, cruise ship, or and do it at the beach.
Yeah.
But I don't know whatever happened to that. Suplex.
Oh, superplex.
Someone tried to convince me a few days ago that under WCW's rings that they had ice. Like the whole thing was made out of ice.
Re- I've never heard that. I've never heard that. That'll be the first time I'm ever hearing about that.
I've never heard of a wrestling ring having pure ice under it.
Pure ice.
It would melt like
Yeah, I don't think.
that whole place would be freezing cold to keep it.
Ooh. Let's check where Mall of America's at.
I think this was the first Mall of America that they were doing it in. So I'm pretty sure I'm not sure if Mall of America is even still a thing, but I know this was like the first one.
Ooh, that's a good power bomb.
Oh, that was a
I don't-
great power bomb.
Nick Patrick, I don't like the way he counts. The way he counts, like he'll just, like his whole body has to lean over and then
Yeah, it takes him more time when he's counting.
ooh, this is a good
Oh,
match. And this was the
this
first ever
is.
this is the first ever Nitro match. Like similar to Dynamite's first match with Sammy and Cody.
I do get that vibe. Yes.
Very
Let's start
different.
big.
Very different style matches, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
he was all the way up there.
What's it with wrestlers like between the 80s and 90s having stars in their boots? Wait.
Oh.
Was this when Pillman was part of the Four Horsemen, or was this before that?
I think this is
it's
I think it was a
before.
little bit before. Yeah,
Like in
it
a
was a
few
little bit before.
episodes. In a few weeks, he'll be.
What, a roll-up finish?
Oh wow! That was a good match. I didn't.
Ryan Pillman.
No, I've seen a lot of these matches, but I don't remember the winners.
Yeah.
But
It was a great opener to the first episode. I mean, it set the tone for the show. I think that the first match for the first show, I think it set the tone for the whole thing.
Oh, dude, that was a good start.
Yeah,
I just like how it didn't end like a big, flashy move or a finisher. So,
yeah, it
you
was a
know,
simple ending.
I think I think in big matches, I think that's okay sometimes. I think
Yeah.
it's just proved it.
no, this one is great. Yeah, Flying Brian went
Yes.
the first one in Nitro history. That was a great match to kick off the whole entire Nitro.
Was he ever
I mean-
world champion?
WCW, I don't think so. I know he won belts in WCW. Sting.
I know. I think Brian Pillman was like a light heavyweight champion at one point.
Oh, dude.
I told Darby one time. When I met him. I got a commercial, unfortunately, but you guys got a commercial?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told Darby one time when I met him multiple times. I told him one time that since he's got blonde hair, Sting should go back to the blonde hair. And one time y'all come out to the old-fashioned Sting.
Dude, I'd love to see
The Surfer Sting.
I said, Darby, you've already got blonde hair. Sting just needs to go back to blonde. Y'all wear the outfit.
Or just wear a
One
wig.
time.
Sting can wear a wig.
He did it in TNA. He brought it back, but I don't know if that was a wig or not. But or have him and Sting do the Wolfpack face paint together.
Oh. Does anybody else see the Texas flag on a sign, or is that just me? Or am I just so Texan now? It's
I'm still got a commercial with Food in
shoot.
America.
My commercial
back.
just ended.
Yeah, I'm back now.
All right, you good? So I'm 11 seconds in.
Yeah, I see a Texas
I'm
flag
mixing.
too.
Yeah, the great train store down there. You can buy yourself a model train and go watch some wrestling.
It's Hulk Hogan.
I'd hate doing that. Like people who's doing that with the escalator, going up and down, up and down. You can never focus on the map.
Oh, and is that Jimmy
Right.
Hart with him?
Yep.
Is that what Hogan had his spaghetti his pasta thing, his pasta restaurant that nobody went to?
No one went.
I guess-
want
I guess
Hogan's
they
pop.
made stuff after his name, like
Yeah, they
On
just
his
slapped his
movie.
name on it. From what I
That's
hear,
what
the
they did.
food was terrible.
That's,
I'd like to try it one time to see
The food's terrible, but it's named after Hulk Hogan.
tonight's favorite pasta mania. But it's
I mean, this
pasta
is
nasty.
vintage Hulk Hogan right here.
I bet it's pasta nasty. Normally, when
There's-
people do that, what restaurant is this putting this on?
I mean, and the thing is, it had
Big Brother
a couple of chains and had different pasta manias in different places, but they all shut down because the food was shit.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, man, for watching.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Slim and
I'm near
Short.
Memphis, and they have the it's Jared the King Lawrence Bar and Grill, and he a lot of his not really just named after him, but the Power Bomb Quarter Pounder or
Dude, I want to
Power pound, quarter pounder.
the Royal
That sounds delicious.
the Royal Fries.
That's cool.
When you go in there, there's lots of wrestling memorabilia.
I need to get JR's barbecue sauce. Did I just hear woo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that too.
It's Flair! Styling and profiling. A nature boy.
Mr. Jacobs.
That robe. That robe is. Oh, I love that robe.
Mr. Jacobs.
Thanks for watching, man. I appreciate it.
I just love the
Yeah, I
fashion
appreciate it.
the early 90s. Some of like the shirts and the, and
I wonder who he's
the
going against.
mustaches. It's gotta be a
Another
big
main
promo.
events. Well,
I thought he
Big
was
Brother
supposed to be going
Rogers.
against Sting.
Yeah, that's what Sting his promo was. None the main events. Big Brother Rogers. People may not know was the Big Boss Man. Or that's what he's known
Yeah.
as.
It's Steve.
So look at those people, those escalators, doing that over and over again.
What championship?
They're just going up and down, up and down. Nobody's leaving the mall. In fact, people are coming in.
No, it's probably packed.
Pre
I don't.
pro.
I probably wait at least an hour or two before I left to get everyone else to leave.
We got Surfer Sting.
Surfer Sting.
Monday Night TNT.
Dude, I love I love how like he went from being like this bright baby face to literally the Crow.
Yeah. And that's the thing with a lot of wrestlers, character changes can be kind of iffy, but with Sting, I think it worked out well,
Sting for
very
sure.
well.
There's a few that it really did. Look at Bray Wyatt when he had husky hairs that failed.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Wyatt.
This is the most iconic moment. What the hell is he doing here?
Lex Luger steps out in that crazy
Look
looking
at-
shirt.
Eric Bischoff said, "Get the camera off him."
He looks
Right, because
like-
I remember at this time that nobody saw that coming. Nobody saw Lex Luger just. I thought he was just shopping around and he just walked up. What's going
Well,
on?
hey there, I was just buying my my Hot Topic shirts, and I thought I'd stop by.
If
I was
anyone,
going to get my supplements and happen to
if
see
anyone, if anyone,
going down the middle of the wall.
Got this
Film
nice
watches
white shirt
that.
at Hollister.
if anyone watches the Monday Night Wars documentaries, like in this, like his contract expired like the day before Nitro, like that Sunday.
Yeah, it was the that day before. Yeah, and they had a pay per view, I believe, and the next
Yeah.
day Luger
on
was on
Nitro.
Nitro. Yeah.
He didn't tell no one about it. He
Smart. Is that
No
why
one
they
does-
do like the no compete
I don't think-
clauses like they do?
yeah.
So I think
no one knew about
I don't think
it.
Vince even knew until he saw it.
Yeah.
No one in WCW knew it. No one in WWE knew it. The only person that knew was Luger and
Eric Bischoff, I think.
and
Yeah.
of course Tim
Dang.
Turner probably.
I forgot how high Sting used to lift people up.
Yeah.
Jesus. I just love how Flair sells. Like it makes I love Flair's like the best seller in the whole wrestling.
Yeah, I love his selling. I mean, and the thing is, he gets so much up in the air whenever he does that back body drop.
Yeah.
See, I mean, look at him, man. He is such a professional. Flair knows how to push those buttons to get fans to be invested
Yes.
and wanting to see him get his ass kicked.
It's Sting.
It's Sting.
Why is later on in Nitro he was on commentary, but like the first few years it was Bischoff, McMichaels, and Bobby Heenan. But they eventually transitioned it to Tony Schiavone, Bobby Heenan, and Mike Tenay.
Mhm.
And then Eric Bischoff went full on heel with the NWO.
Dude, what is up with Eric Bischoff? Like, why is he hating on AEW lately so much? Like, it's because
Because he didn't get a
invited
job.
back?
He didn't get a job. That's what he wanted out of it, probably.
Right?
Hmm.
Because basically him and Jericho's relationship is like broken.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah.
sad. Like,
Did you guys ever see the Double or Nothing post media from Tony Khan? He went off.
Yeah, I remember that.
But I will say that Tony Khan gets offended very easy. Like, it
Well, I
doesn't
think
take-
He's not afraid to speak his mind on it either.
he's a very passionate wrestling fan.
Yeah.
they all go outside.
that one shot when they went outside and the crowd stood up. I think that to me was one of the cool shots.
Yes.
Like these fans are the best. Like they don't like they can't go on the internet and see who's going where, what's the rumors, what's going on.
I think that's
Yeah.
ruined wrestling. 'Cause
Yeah.
Somewhat it
yeah,
has, yeah.
because I
I mean, I
miss
like
being,
having
yeah.
I like some news like you know someone's going some like contract expires or something like that, but not
Yeah.
like a lot
Yeah.
of the spoiling stuff and like even with WWE Raw being taped during this time, their ratings were bad because that could they were bad because Eric Bischoff spoiled them on Nitro all the time. That's why
Yeah, he would do it all the time, man, and like it would do
That's
nothing
fun.
but make people change the channel. That's all it would really do.
yeah, because the one time he said that Mick Foley won the WWF Championship, then people was like, "What?" So then they really switched over, and it
Yeah, it's
backfired.
exact. That's dude. I remember that night. That's exactly what I did when he said
Yeah, I
that
got a
Mick Foley was
commercial.
going to win the championship. The first thing I did was click over to WWE. I was
But
like, I gotta
sometimes it
see
worked.
this.
Like sometimes it worked, but like big moments like that, it's gonna backfire.
It's just sad. Like
Yeah,
it's
But like during this time period, there was no. I mean, like there's probably internet, but
it wasn't like it was today or it is today,
no,
where you could literally type in, try to
right.
find like
no,
20 different dirt sheets reporting on,
no. There's
on
probably
one person.
Pro Wrestling Illustrated, but like they just had magazines probably back
Yeah.
then.
Right.
But
Or
this
the
is like fans
chat
don't
with
know
a
a thing that's
wrestler.
like fans don't know a thing that's going on, and these fans think it's real. Like these fans, they don't know anything with kayfabe and face heel. They think it's real.
Because it was about a few
Mm-hmm.
years later when kayfabe was broken, right?
Basically,
Was
when
it
the
the
internet
steroid
started.
trial, or was it everything with Bret Hart?
I think it was
Uh,
more with the curtain call. I think
Oh,
that's
the
when
current call, yes.
everybody was like, okay, I get what's going on. And I mean, the fans already knew what was going on. I think the only person that was really pissed off about it was Jim Cornette.
And Vince.
And well, no, actually, Vince actually he allowed it, but he didn't expect the blowback on it, and so he was like,
Yeah.
"All right, I didn't expect all the backlash."
that's
It's
what
Arn Anderson. Look how young Arn Anderson is.
The enforcer.
Yeah, enforcer. Arn's got a Glock.
I don't see him.
That was such a good promo.
Maybe, he hasn't,
That was awesome.
maybe it came out and I don't see him.
I'm
Is
like,
this?
is Arn Anderson gonna shoot somebody? I'd pay to see that.
No, here he
I
is.
just loved how he
Arn
called
Anderson.
Cody basically a little a little bitch. That was the best. Oh.
Like Tully Blanchard wasn't really in this era of WCW, so that Forrest was. Well, eventually
Right.
it would become Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, Flying Brian, and Chris
Oh,
Benoit.
did you guys?
Yeah,
I
because
love that.
Totally was one of the original Horsemen.
Yeah. He just flat out. Also,
He no
I,
sold that.
I love these parts of Sting. He didn't do what he does now, like
Right.
stand and do the thing he does. He just got straight up and
I always love when Flair does that. That's hilarious. He flips to the outside and gets clotheslined anyway.
referees on.
Yeah, like the referees up there too.
Uh, might as well get all the way up there with him.
Get Flair, man. Flair bumping like a
Oh,
madman out there, man.
we
Is
need
he
more.
gonna be
We need
doing
more
that?
match work in wrestling.
Is
I
Ric
feel
Flair
like,
gonna be doing that in his last match?
dude, I'm thinking about buying to watch that. Like,
I'm
it's
gonna
okay.
be there at it.
Dude, you need to are you gonna vlog it?
Yeah, I'll be I'm going to Starcast. I'll be doing
Oh, great.
So,
Starcast.
I'm so jealous, man. I wish I was there.
I mean,
But they
I kind of want to see the match though, because this is Ric Flair's last match.
like
You know.
it was supposed to be at the National Fairgrounds, but they
Yeah.
moved the Ric Flair event to a bigger arena. Yes,
Yeah.
to make more money. Like I wasn't getting
Hmm.
front row. Like it was like $600 or just front row,
600. Wow.
or like it might have been more than that.
Probably,
Does
yeah.
that come with a VIP pass and everything for that much?
I think the
Oh,
highest. I think the highest paid ticket was like $849. You didn't get much with it. Like you got to meet Ric Flair.
oh man,
You
that'd
got
be
to
cool.
go to a go go limousine riding and jet flying and all that stuff. Like they actually did that with they actually
That's
do that with
awesome.
Ric Flair.
Oh, that is
How
pretty
much
cool
was
though.
that?
And it was like $849. Like they done sold out now, but
Oh, that's still
Hmm.
not bad though. That's like a once in a lifetime.
and they sold
Yeah.
500 of those tickets, so 500 people spent $849 a piece.
I'm still regretting not
Damn.
being able to meet Ric Flair at WrestleCon. I wish I would have met
I met Ric Flair one time, and I met him. Sting gonna
him.
reverse the Scorpion. I mean the figure four.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid. That was when I learned how to reverse the figure four. All you gotta do is just turn over.
Right. Oh dang!
Oh, he's not letting go.
Yeah, that's
Cool
gonna
little
be
fight on the outside with Anderson and Flair.
Call the match. Call the match. And Arn was the one that came in there and pulled him off.
he's gonna beat up Sting. He's acting like he's gonna
Oh,
beat up Ric Flair.
Oh, I'm
yeah,
looking.
they're all gonna jump Sting.
Well, never
Of
mind
course.
now. Never mind.
Oh,
That's one
He's
thing I
going
realized
up.
about Sting over the years in WCW. Sting was always too trusting of Ric Flair in WCW because Ric Flair would always turn on him, but he would
Arn,
yeah,
always,
that's
you know, he
wrestling
would
though.
always work with him again eventually.
Arn Anderson's whooping Ric Flair right now.
I mean, even with Luger, I remember Luger would play the part of the heel whenever Sting wasn't looking, but then when Sting looked around,
Yeah.
he would be shaking hands and doing all that. I thought that was
Yeah.
pretty funny.
Him and
It's Macho
Macho.
Man.
Who is this?
It's Scott Norton. That's Scott Norton.
Who's? Oh, about to whoop Eric Bischoff.
That would ever happen to Scott Norton? He was a badass.
They're getting. Oh, we're gonna get
So-
Macho Man. Oh,
You feeling froggy? Yeah, jump.
yeah. The cream.
Just screaming in his face, like probably spitting in his face, and
I don't know about y'all, but I want to snap into a Slim Jim.
Yeah. I mean, there would never be another Macho Man. There would never, ever be another Macho Man. And I'm glad for that because there only needs to
there
be
could be.
one.
You
There'll
can
never be a
impersonate him, but the only person today that make somewhat is Juice Robinson. We seen him one time on the Best of Impact.
Yeah, I remember.
He's the only person that has somewhat of a similarity, but
I would say Jay
They-
Lethal.
they won't truly have the
Yeah,
Mm,
the charisma.
yeah,
like
the charisma,
Sabu.
yeah. The homicidal, genocidal.
Sabu.
Hot dang it on our commercial. Dang it. This has been a fun episode. I like this.
Yeah.
I remember when he came on here. I forget who it was, but in WCW Sabu like after the match was over, he would just bring a table out and just put him, or like not even. It was like every match in WCW, he'd just bring a table out and just put him through the table over and over and over again, every match. And like
Mhm.
they asked him why he would do that. I forget what his response was, but
For fun.
yeah, I got a commercial now.
Because fans
Yep,
love
so do
when
I.
matches look at their table. So, yeah.
I think
mine's
after
almost-
every match was a commercial.
All right. I'm going to pause it real quick. Let me know when you guys are ready. Dang, this episode's flying. You guys ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, 8 seconds left. Just add.
Stupid ads.
I'm ready.
All right.
Gene Oracle.
Is this mall still around?
Uh, what's the mall called again? Mall of America.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mall of America. I don't even know if it's still a thing anymore.
Harley Davidson sweepstakes winner. Mike Hill from
Oh,
Cleveland.
Harley.
Mike Hill, you just won something from 20 years ago.
Mark
I want to
Hill,
look this.
Mike Hill, congratulations.
You won something from Harley Davidson. Mall of America is a shopping mall located in Bloomington, Minnesota. Yeah, it's still around.
Oh man, we
Hmm.
might have to watch Saturday Night. There's Sting versus Macho Man.
See
Yeah.
on Peacock, like
Saturday night. Yeah.
they don't have a lot of the
They don't have WCW Saturday night.
like they have them, but like they only have the first 2 seasons. Like they don't have all the
Huh.
ones that they're showing right now. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like they only have 2 seasons of it, and like they don't even have the
What?
full seasons on.
What?
Like they like it was 92, 93. Like they have like 5 episodes of each year. Like they don't have all of them, but they have
Wow.
everything else. But they have everything else at WCW except that. Well,
Because
apart
I
from other
remember,
stuff
I
too.
remember
But
before Nitro came out. That's how I used to watch a lot of my WCW was on Saturday nights.
yeah, they had another show too before that one.
Who's this talking right now?
The
That's
IRS.
Wall Street.
So Mike, isn't that IRS Mike Rotunda? Well,
Yeah, that's Bray Wyatt's dad. Yeah.
Oh, okay. He kind of does have Bray's like nose.
Yeah, you can see the resemblance if you really look at him.
you are the IRS, dude.
I think it was Mike. I think it was Mike Wall Street in WCW.
Michael Street.
Yeah,
I
So
could
many
be
names.
wrong.
yeah, he just said it.
So cheesy,
Mike
but I
Wall
love him.
He said the IRS is gonna be watching, dude. You are the IRS.
So basically the same character, just different
Different
name.
name.
Just one
Yeah.
Yeah.
work for the IRS. So I guess he got a promotion then.
Big Bubba Rogers.
Wait, is that Big Boss Man?
Yep.
Yeah.
Big Bubba
Ah,
Rogers.
okay. Love that suit.
I couldn't wrestle in that.
That's why I was wondering how can he wrestle in that and be comfortable? I mean, because
remember when Dean
it's a
Ambrose.
full suit.
I remember when Dean Ambrose used to do that. And he wore the pants.
Yeah.
He still does it today, but he wore like the blue
I
jean
get a
pants.
commercial.
Yeah, I got in that commercial too.
Dude. You know, I was kind of thinking about this. Maybe we should take a picture and post it on Facebook with him. Be like, hey, look, we're gonna tell this our kids this is corporate Kane.
This year's actually the 30th anniversary of the Mall of America.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, that's what it says on the website. 30.
30 years? Jeez.
Piccolo.
I'm feeling old as hell now.
You gotta buy tickets just to go in that mall.
Dang, no kidding.
No, never mind. This is like a special attraction.
Well,
Yeah.
So like they have rides there, and it's not like a normal mall.
you know, I wish I was around when WCW was like starting out, like for Nitro, because like this is like 2 years before I was born.
I wasn't even thought of. I was born when WCW was going out in 2001.
I was
Well,
born
I can remember. I can remember back in these times right here that wrestling was like super hot. Like everybody was watching it. Like everybody. You know, it wasn't. I mean, there would be people out there that didn't watch it, but they knew about it. They knew the characters.
Yeah.
They knew the storylines. That's how hot it was at the time.
Mhm.
I'm curious to
it's-
see, like, watching all these, the downfall of WCW. I never witnessed it. I'm really curious to see, like, the
I think
tone of the show. How it
wasn't it
goes
just the
there.
network that was the reason why they lost?
Yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
like the difference between AEW and WCW, like the network owned WCW, so they pull the plug out there.
Right.
So with
Right. Turner
AEW, they
pretty
don't
much had control over it.
like they don't own AEW, so if they got off TNT, they can go somewhere else. But basically, the plan was for WCW to take a break and come back, but Eric Bischoff just said, "Just sell it while you can, because it's not."
Yeah.
I
It's
kind of wish
sad.
they would. Kind of wish they wouldn't have sold it.
Do you
I
think it would
think
be
that
wrong though if they
that
didn't pull the plug?
that hmm. Mm,
Like there was a lot of booking issues with Kevin Nash, and
Yeah.
yeah.
like they were just letting money go left and right. Like they would literally, everybody would just literally give them the pay, like give them a sheet and just write whatever number you want, and we're gonna pay you that.
Right. I mean, because
That's not good.
this thing is
That's not
hard to
good
say.
business.
It's hard to say because there's a number of things that brought WCW
So
down. A number of things. It's hard to pinpoint exactly what brought it down, but I think it was a
what was
collective
that?
of a bunch of things that brought it down.
Why the lights
How-
flicker off? Hulk Hogan can't work. See, this is, he can't wrestle worth a flip.
No, he has a couple of moves. That's about it.
He needs to get his hairline. But I will say, I like some of Hulk Hogan's movies. Um, what was the one where he was a nanny or something?
What?
Yeah. I know which one
He
you're
was a
talking
nanny?
about. Mr.
Yeah, in a
Nanny.
movie.
Oh my gosh.
He got
There was Suburban Commando, Mr. Nanny, No Holds Barred. Uh,
I like
I
a few of
forget
his
the other
movies.
ones. He was in one of the Three Ninjas movies.
Yeah,
What?
There was a movie when he was like he played Santa Claus.
like when he left WWE, he went to do movies and stuff, and then like this was
Yeah,
in Florida. Well, not in Florida, but something in Florida, and they were able to convince Hulk Hogan to sign with them.
yeah.
You know, I don't watch. I don't
They were
watch.
doing Tropic. They were doing Tropic. No. What the hell?
Wasn't it Disney?
Thunder in Paradise. They're doing Thunder in Paradise, and
I know
Eric
they had Disney.
Bischoff
I know they
got a
went to
hold of
Disney,
him.
and like they did Nitro or WCW at Nitro. I mean WCW at Disney or something.
Yeah, the Disney
Anybody else
Studios.
see that botch?
Yeah.
Uh,
Like
which one?
the boss
Which
man
botch?
tried to like he didn't even like come close to hitting Hogan's face.
Yeah, I
So-
saw it. Yeah, I did see that.
I think I'm getting. Yeah, but Jimmy Hart's more over than Hulk Hogan is.
Oh, dude, Jimmy Hart was a legend.
Look at Bubba selling on that though. That was funny.
No,
He just stood there and then Hulk pushed him over.
Botch. Oh my gosh. It still looks a little
Botch.
80s.
The ref- the ref put his hand. Oh man.
This is great. Like,
Oh.
this is right before he turned heel, right? This is like, what, a year before he turned heel? Almost?
yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
it was in '90s. Yeah, because when Hall and Nash came, it was '96.
Oh!
Yeah.
That boot will look like nothing.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Well, the second one looked somewhat better.
Watch out, Jimmy!
Uh, I see
Jimmy
I see a
Hart,
sign-
man.
I see a sign saying that Hogan sucks in the front row.
So they were treating him almost like Reigns and Cena got treated.
Yeah.
I've seen that. Like there was two signs, Hogan sucks, and the other sign said something else.
Let's go.
And see, look at
Hogan.
the taxes. Look at the tactics right now. This is a heel thing that they're doing. Jimmy Hart and Hulk Hogan. This is a heel move.
Yeah.
Jimmy Hart distracting the ref so Hulk Hogan can blind his opponent and punch him.
Dude, this is smart.
That's a heel move.
They're like planting seeds for him to turn heel. Like,
Yeah, I didn't notice it. I didn't notice it back then.
yeah.
Oh, there goes his jacket.
Big Boss Man is overselling it. Damn.
Yeah, there's a lot of overselling these days.
Yeah,
This was after
he was very
Big Boss
comical with
Man.
his selling.
I would have preferred Flying Brian and Jason Thunder Liger to be the main event for
Yeah,
this match first.
Nothing against Big Boss Man, but this is just too WWE for his main event.
But
It's
eventually,
bullshit.
when he turned heel, it kind of got away from that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But Jimmy Hart's the best thing in this match.
Yes.
yeah.
I like to see Jimmy Hart and they could still do it. Jimmy Hart and Danhausen.
Yes, can they?
Oh,
Like, can he like can like they can
that's
do a hard
brilliant.
manage Hookhausen?
The only thing is, I don't know if he's under a Legends contract with WWE.
I don't think so.
That's true.
Cause I know he was at one point. I don't know how long does Legends contract last. I know Undertaker's signed to like 2034.
Yeah. But
'Cause I
then how
thought
do
those were
you
like multi-year contracts, like
Yeah,
decades.
yeah.
yeah. Like you don't even have to wrestle. Like just merchandising, video games, autograph
Appearances.
Yeah,
How was
Yeah.
Jake the Snake able to do it? You know what I mean? It's like he's
Jake
able
the
to
Snake.
wrestle. Yeah, he's able to manage in AEW and then have merch through WWE.
I don't know how all that stuff works.
Yeah, because you know what I mean. Like, how is that?
Now it's WWE. Like now, unless they had an agreement in the past or
Yeah.
something they are
Yeah.
committed to.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, this match is kind of a buzzkill.
Yeah, like the whole entire crowd's drained at this point.
Like I said, because your main event, like your opener, your main match, and your closer all need to like get the crowd back into things.
Yeah.
Way back in these days, fans were obsessed with Hulk Hogan, but not like. Well, like there were some adults too, but
Yeah, but mostly kids and
But they would swear
Oh.
that he was the best in the world, but he barely had any moveset.
I prefer Randy Savage over.
Macho Man was a lot.
Yeah. I mean, but think about it, this whole match. Think about this the match that we were just watching. He really didn't have a big moveset there. There wasn't really a big moveset.
Yeah.
Well, if I was living this time, Sting might have been my favorite wrestler, probably.
Yeah.
Sting and Randy Savage. I wish I would have lived through these times. I hate these. Yeah, the big boot
Yeah, the Dungeon
Just
of
trying
Doom.
to, yeah.
and no leg drop.
What is that? Zodiac and Kamala?
Yep. The Zodiac, the shark.
Hulk Hogan won. See, like look
Typhoon?
at all that yellow in the crowd.
Typhoon? Oh my gosh.
Bathroom break, guys. Be right back.
You're good.
All right.
It almost has that same feeling as AEW's first show last match.
I wonder how old these people are in the crowd now.
I
Like
bet
these
they're
young
like
people.
my mom and dad. I think they might be our parents' age maybe.
Yeah, there's Kamala now. Man.
Dude,
Kevin
Kamala,
Sullivan.
man. That was a sad story behind it. That was kind of sad.
He's still alive.
He's passed away. Was it last year or the year before?
He might have. Oh, Lex Luger and Hogan.
And Macho Man.
I would look up Kamala and it brings up Kamala Harris.
Gross. Sorry. Oh, sorry.
Not the-
Probably shouldn't say that.
Not the Kamala I wanted.
Get be political on the show. Sorry, y'all. My bad.
Kamala. Yeah, he died. It seems like he's not. Because I used to see him quite often in Mississippi.
All right,
Hogan.
episode 2.
I'm still. Are you done with the first episode?
Yeah, I'm on like the commercial for Fall Brawl. It's like 4 minutes left.
Oh man,
Man, I forgot how like fun the commercials were in like the '90s. Like I was watching
Yeah.
my dad, like during Christmas time, it was like some roller derby thing, and it had that same vibe to it, where it's like sounded like crazy rock and roll music, and you could buy the soundtrack, and you could get skates, like the Roller All Stars, or whatever that team was called. It was just, man, the '90s that shared a way to like sell merch to people.
Billy
And
Wayne
then
Yang.
you have that call the 1-800 number to speak to Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, my friend did that. He got big trouble for that. He
Why?
did he
Oh, for calling the WCW hotline.
Yeah, like he didn't know what he was doing, and he gave them his mom's credit card. Like this was years ago. He gave them his mom's credit card number, and she got billed like $400 because he kept calling over and over and over and over and over.
It's 909-9900.
He did it over and over and over.
Oh,
What time stamp are y'all at?
I'm at it's like right before the end. It's like 40 minutes. 41 minutes.
I'm at 42:34. Could Hulk Hogan be sweating any harder? I mean, the dude, jeez, he's drenched.
I bet he put some baby oil on it in between commercials.
Like he kept on wanting to speak to Randy Savage or Hulk Hogan. He kept on over and over and over and over. He got to talk to Randy Savage eventually after probably like 50th time doing it. And she got billed at $400.
I remember calling it one time.
He thought it was free, I think.
He thought it was free? Oh, it's not free at all.
It was like they don't tell you that like when they advertise, they don't tell you that they charge you.
Yeah, you gotta read the fine print right on the very bottom of the screen. It tells you how much they're charging. Nobody ever reads it.
Oh yeah, you want to speak to the Macho Man? Yeah. Well, kid, what's your mom's credit card information?
I don't even know how.
Cost you $10 a minute.
Shoot.
Macho Man. What up, little Jimmy? What's your favorite ice cream? Well, the Macho Man don't eat ice cream. You see,
What was
I have to be the cream of the crop. So
was it a water boy
kid.
with Adam Sandler, and he called WCW
Captain
Paul?
Yes.
Have a great one. Yeah, there's a dog dressed as the devil. I'll say, I hope that booster's coming now.
I forgot the name of Mongo's dog.
Is it still alive?
I'm sure he's not. I'm sure the dog passed away. I forgot the name of because he used to say the name of the dog every episode. I forgot the name.
Why is Macho Man out there and Sting? Shout out to Jimmy Hart's pants. Anybody got a pair of those in a size large? Start wearing to the broadcast.
Oh man.
Oh, it's a little Chihuahua! Go see, hurry quick, it's a little Chihuahua.
All right, episode 2 coming.
Let me know when y'all ready.
Beyonce's fan coming over the little puppy on stage.
I have one.
Why is all the referees out right now?
So funny. You like his little devil costume though. That's so cute.
I'm not just gonna put it down. She was in uniform last year.
That was cute. All right.
Over?
Episode 2?
No.
Yep,
Right.
wherever y'all are.
Is it an hour long?
Connor's gone.
Yes, no, maybe so.
45 minutes. Okay.
There he is.
You're for episode 2 now?
Yep, wherever y'all are.
I'm pressing play now, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to get an ad.
If you get an ad, let me know.
90% sure I'm going to get one.
Aw, dude. I love this intro. Just get me so pumped.
Yeah, I got a
Okay.
commercial.
Let me
All right,
pause
got a
it.
commercial. All right.
Alright. Cool. No, when you're ready. Let's start over. I kind of miss the Hollywood Blondes though.
They were a great tag team. Politics was what broke them up.
Like every tag team.
Yeah, like pretty much every good tag team. Like I'm hearing about the Street Profits getting ready to break up. That's a sad thing.
Well, it's weird. Like, why is really the only team that really hasn't split up has been the New Day?
True.
Well,
I mean, there's a way. There's a way to split them up without splitting them up. You know what I mean?
a draft.
A draft.
But no, I don't understand. Like, I guess like there's times when you tell more stories because I think Big E could he should have been a longer champion.
I agree with that. Yeah.
I think they did him and Kofi kind of dirty.
Yeah,
Like,
Kofi. I think Kofi worse than E. I mean, because Kofi only hit, and like he only held that for a couple of months, and then he lost it in what 9 seconds.
Squashed with Brock Lesnar. That was pathetic. Like how sad. Like that was one thing that kind of just it hurt. You know, like really like you give Kofi like this feel good moment. People are crying in the stands.
Yeah.
And then you go have him be squashed against Brock. I'm surprised he didn't quit after that. Like I thought he would have walked out.
I think he got paid. I think he got paid more to take to lose the belt.
Yeah.
I mean, at the same time, the man does have a family to raise, so can't knock him.
Good point. Oh, because there was a interesting I was listening to my favorite podcast today when I was doing my homework, and they had an interesting discussion. So it was Bully Ray, Mark Henry, and Tommy Dreamer. They were discussing their one wrestler that they had a character changed that screwed over their career.
Yeah.
So of course, Bubba Ray Dudley, of course his was Devon when he was Reverend Devon. That one was, I was kind of thinking about
that was pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, it got me thinking there was the Red Rooster, was it Terry Taylor, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Terry Taylor.
And to have that, that was kind of to have him be one of the best wrestlers in the world to going to be a Red Rooster, a terrible theme song. To be honest with you, I don't even remember his run that whole much. Anyways, that's kind of what's sad about it.
I mean, I think. Well, see, personally, I feel like you can be given a dumb gimmick and still put it over. Like look at this. On paper, the Undertaker was a silly thing.
Yes.
On paper was so silly, but the man himself brought that to life.
Well, even Kane, giving Kane, look at Kane's character too. Both those guys really shouldn't on paper, especially with the whole brother story and Kane ruining his voice in the fire, it shouldn't have worked, but it did.
Right. Exactly.
Same thing with Swoggle. Look at Hornswoggle.
Yeah.
A little leprechaun on WBTV, but him and Finley got both their characters over pretty well, especially in the tag division. And then
we got Connor back.
And then you have that we were talking about earlier. Look at Bray Wyatt. Look at he went from being Husky Harris to being a piece of just white bread to having probably one of the best characters in recent WWE history.
Right.
Yeah. But I would have to, before we got the subject quick, I was thinking about this. I give a lot of credit to Cody, especially to go back to WWE after being Stardust and being ruined. So, yeah. All right. Y'all ready for the next episode?
Yeah.
Set up, Connor? All right. We're good.
Let me know when your intro is done, because I'm right at the start of Nitro.
I'm about to go into the intro myself.
All right. Let me know when you guys are ready, because I just watched the intro. So.
Oh my, not this again.
You got another commercial?
From
Yeah,
Pat-
I just got through with one.
You can't escape them. You cannot escape the ads.
Do you think maybe like another year or two? Do you think AEW will be almost at Raw ratings?
That should be now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A
they
lot,
should be now. I was about to say that too. Yeah.
because like the amount of
What?
big names they have. Well, like I know they have a lot of injuries, but like they still got Jericho, Moxley.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
But even before the injury, they should be getting a million with CM Punk, Adam Cole, Bryan Danielson.
Yeah. Do you think it's more of the
Sting.
fans being toxic and causing it to be an issue, or do you think more and more people are just streaming it, so it's not really going, so they're not watching it exactly on that night?
I feel like I wanna see their DVR numbers and see how many people
Yes.
watch.
Right.
I want to
Good
see
point.
that.
Yeah.
And if I'm feeling that they're averaging at least 1.2, 1.3 million, like on DVR, I have a feeling that they're averaging big numbers.
Yeah.
Because
Or even
nowadays,
Mm.
because like a lot of people's doing away with cable because they go to streaming like YouTube TV or
Right.
Hulu TV or and people's doing away with cable. So and I also like to see those numbers too, YouTube TV's numbers and
Mm.
so.
right.
Come on, another commercial. I just got through
Another
with one.
commercial.
I'm waiting.
It's the same one too.
Oh man, it's a lot of commercials on Peacock, man.
They really want me to pay for that extra few dollars to just ad free.
Dang it, Peacock. But hey, if you're wanting to sponsor us, Peacock, we'll
Crab
definitely.
cake. I never
Crab
had
cakes
crab cake.
taste bad. Never been a crab cake kind of guy.
Crab cakes? What? Crab
I
cakes?
never had any crab cakes.
Never had a crab cake.
Crab cakes. Nobody makes it.
I can't wait for a word. Yeah, I can't wait for that match.
Yeah, super
I
excited.
know Cassidy isn't going to win, but it's going to be a good match.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, I can't wait to see Wardlow's reaction when he does the little kicks on him, like the little Orange Cassidy kicks. I'm excited for that. I think that
Orange
alone.
Cassidy with his educated feet.
Yes. All right, y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Ready, Connor?
No, I think it's spinning round and round. I don't know what's going on with.
You still buffering on you?
Let me.
Well, while we're waiting for Connor to, for his internet to connect again to the streaming service, why don't you guys down below tell us who is your favorite WCW wrestler?
It's a good one.
You know who mine is?
Sting.
Sting. Oh, DDP.
Sting's a close second, but DDP.
I was always a huge DDP fan, though.
You cannot hate DDP. Like, how many wrestlers has he? I think if somebody needs to go to rehab or get they the body starts breaking down, just send him a DDP. DDP will help you save him.
He saved lives, man.
Oh, jeez, man. Look, he's helped Jericho's career. He's helped Jake the Snake. Who's he working with now? Because he's been working with somebody now.
No, Buff Bagwell.
Oh, Buff Bagwell.
Mm.
Another sad. I feel bad for Buff because that's like I met him at WrestleCon.
The person who needs to be in there is just incredible.
Yes.
That's an understatement.
If anyone's been in this podcast since day one, you know what happened.
All right. And you let Connor?
Try restarting the app.
Let me try doing that.
What about yours, Mr. Jacobs? Who would your favorite WCW wrestler be?
We first got a favorite is Brother Savage.
Oh, yeah.
I think for me, watching WCW, man, I think I was always more of a Macho Man fan than anything. I was always into the Macho Man.
Yeah. It's so hard to hate Macho Man.
It is. It's very hard.
Well, it's one of those things. It's like him and Hogan. Think about it. They touched audiences more than I would say John Cena or Reigns did. Like they're almost like the three that would probably touch people outside of wrestling that know who they are because of wrestling / Hollywood. It'd be Hogan, Macho Man, and The Rock.
Yeah. Also, I mean, I gotta say this too. I mean, Eddie Guerrero was one of my favorites in WCW back then. Eddie Guerrero was like probably he's definitely on my Mount Rushmore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that.
Caleb Conley is Lex Luger.
Luger
Yeah,
was.
Luger was pretty badass in WCW.
I would say probably the two of the most underrated wrestlers probably in this time period. I would probably say Luger, and then a few years later, probably Ken Shamrock.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do agree with Ken Shamrock. He was pretty underrated.
Like both guys really deserved a bigger push than they got.
Yeah.
Like in my opinion, they could have been as big as a Hogan or a Flair. What about you, Connor? Who would be your like number one WCW pick be?
Sting.
Well, like I said,
Hell yeah.
one of the ones that like I said, he changed his character. You know,
He was always able to reinvent himself and it worked.
great
He's
person.
Yeah.
He's the only
Great
person that I know that's been able to do that every time
Yeah,
to make it work.
I still love the Joker Sting from
Yeah,
TNT.
I didn't really see much of that. 'Cause
Oh, dude, I have-
at that
yeah.
at that point I was done with wrestling altogether.
I don't believe.
But the night I got out of wrestling was the night that Brock Lesnar returned. That was it.
Oh yeah, I see.
I don't know why anymore, but I was done. I didn't get back into wrestling until 2015 when Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins was going at it.
I think what really like
But
stopped.
here's the funny part about it. Brock Lesnar got me back in the WWE,
That's funny.
and I left.
Well, I think because of the time when Brock came back and attacked Cena, I think really the only big name was like Cena and Orton. They were only the two big drawing names in that company.
Because Batista
Yeah.
had already left.
You really needed it. You really needed you really needed Brock to come in.
Yeah, I mean, because at this time I think Austin was gone. The Rock was doing movies.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm ready
You know. All right, cool. We're ready.
for episode 2.
Press and play.
All right. Do you like intro now, Mr. Jacobs?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in Miami, Florida now. Oops.
I wonder where they're at. I know they're not at the mall.
I'm like 14 seconds in.
Yeah. So.
All right, hey guys, I'm sorry to do this to you guys, but I gotta hop off. I got
Right.
to do that real quick. I do apologize. I'll watch the episode. I'll catch you guys up on Wednesday. Take care.
All right.
Take care, man.
Miami,
Oh,
Florida.
this is in Miami. Yeah. This brings back so many memories, man. This is awesome.
I think this is the arena that AEW goes to in Miami. It may not be, but it looks kind of familiar.
It looks like it though. I mean, from the camera angles, it looks like it.
See, now we got the stage. But the mall wasn't really a stage.
It's a classic stage. I missed that stage, man. That was a cool stage. I don't know what they did towards the ending of WCW. You remember whenever they changed the logo and
Yeah,
it was
they
just
changed
this
everything.
weird looking logo?
Yeah, they tried to change their image. Like that's one of the things that got them out. Like they changed everything.
And I think the cool thing about WCW is that it was a Southern company. It wasn't polished as far as WWE. It was very Southern, and I think that was the charm of it.
See, Bishop tried to make it not Southern, but it was still Southern. Like that's why he got rid of Jim Ross.
Yeah,
But it still was. The company was still Southern. The crowd is hot and Hogan's not.
Hogan with the Fu Manchu going on. with the hot dog skin. I think this is whenever he stopped taking steroids. I think this is during the time where he kind of cut it back on steroids. Because I remember in WWF, dude was like twice the size he is in like right here. He was like twice
Yeah.
the size. He was way bigger than he was in this
Oh
when he went
yeah.
to WCW.
Probably
I
when they
think that's
got
when
that
he,
loss, when he that lawsuit in WWE.
yeah.
They
Hogan was had Hogan pretty much got away with all kinds of shit in that lawsuit.
I think he came to WCW once or twice. Ultimate Warrior did. He
Oh
went as
yeah, the Ultimate
Hogan.
Warrior did come back. He came back to face Hogan one time, and it sucked. Oh my god, it was horrible. I mean, the build of it was cool. The whole One Warrior Nation thing was cool, but I think as a whole, the Ultimate Warrior in WCW failed because they were basically trying to recapture what they had in the WWF, and they couldn't do it.
I thought he was going to say AEW. He said LWO.
But yeah, the Ultimate Warrior was in WCW for like a one-off match with Hogan. He didn't stay there that long. It was only for Hogan to beat him, so he can have that up on him.
Yeah, because first time Ultimate Warrior won. I
Yeah,
never watched the
in
match.
WWF.
I knew that he came back for that match, but
Oh, dude,
I know it wasn't. I know it wasn't the
it
same.
was no, it was horrible. It was a horrible match. It was just too old. It was like watching two old men just trying to fight in the middle of the ring, and like they were trying, and like Hulk Hogan tried to do a fireball spot, and it messed up, and it was the
Mhm.
whole thing was just full of botches.
Who is this? Sabu.
Sabu, shout out to Sabu, friend of the channel.
Yep. If yes, Sabu was on this podcast. You can go under the all its own playlist, and for all our interviews, we got Sabu, Alex Shelley, Buddy
Brooke
Matthews,
Havoc,
Brooke Havoc,
yeah,
Buddy Matthews. Who is this? Alex Wright.
yeah, Alex Wright. Oh man, I remember him.
Yep.
He was underrated as hell too. Honestly, he was very underrated. I think he just had a silly gimmick, but the dude can go in the
Yeah.
ring. Thus
Now there's
Wunderkind.
now there's one guy named the Renegade during this time point, and everyone thought he was the Ultimate Warrior, but it was a completely different person. He do
Yeah,
like the
it was a blatant ripoff of the Ultimate Warrior.
I was like, that's what I at first I thought was really Ultimate Warrior, but you could look at him and tell he wasn't Ultimate Warrior. But they tried to he tried to play that part.
Hmm. His career was never the same after that, man. After all that stuff, his career was never the same. It's like because it was like pretty much he was typecast as the guy who ripped off the Ultimate Warrior, and it's like it ruined his career.
At this point, I think Ultimate Warrior was done wrestling.
Hmm.
No, I think he was done.
Right, around this time, this was like what 96, 90, 95, 96. He was around. He was like I think he was still in WWE because he had this angle with Gold Dust, and I think that was like one of his last things that he did in WWF.
Yeah, 'cause I know he left for a while, then he came back.
Yeah,
Then he wasn't. He didn't come back for long.
no, no.
Something was him and Vince McMahon went down. I had this Ultimate Warrior DVD, and I was talking about some kind of DVD or something, and it got released, and I
Held
don't
him
know
up
what it
for
was.
money.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my God, that was a rough landing by Sabu. Those fans are brave putting their beer on the ground. I wouldn't put my beer. I wouldn't be putting my beer on the ground. They're right there next to it. As much as that beer cost, hell no. I'm holding on to that.
I wonder how much it was from then to now, because now you go to a show, it's like $8,
Yeah, for a beer, for a
or,
beer.
or maybe more than that. I'm kidding.
Jeez,
They
that
went
was
up
a
on
nice missile drop kick.
back then. You may would have paid maybe $3, $4. I'm just guessing. I don't. Oh, that was a good.
It was a hell of a lot cheaper than it is now. I mean,
He jumped high. That Alex Wright. When he moved
yeah,
off the
he got a
top
lot of air
rope.
on that missile drop kick.
Like I went to last time I went to AEW
Oh, over the
Nashville.
top.
I was looking at their drinks, and for like a doctor pay was like $8 plus tax, almost $10 for one drink. And that's not even
That's
including no refill.
ridiculous,
And
man.
if you want the
That's
refill,
ridiculous.
if you want the refill, you're gonna pay another $10.
Oh my God.
And then the
See,
place was cashless too. Like there was no cash; it was all cashless.
ugh. See, I'd rather bring my own water and stuff if I'm gonna have to do all
Yeah.
that. I mean, you know.
And now that you gotta take everything out of your pockets, gotta do all. Oh, that was a
I
good
mean,
sequel.
you've already paid a bunch of money to get into the place. Now you got to pay more money to buy drinks, more
And
money
then you
to
get,
buy food. And I don't have any problem with buying concessions, but geez,
and if
do
you're
they have
and if
to
you're
rape your wallet doing it?
and if you're driving, you gotta pay for parking.
Right? Oh, nice
And
moonsault.
then count your tickets. I
Yeah,
just eat before I come.
that's what I do a lot of times myself. I usually
Oh,
get full before I get there.
that was a good backflip.
Yeah, I got a lot of air on it.
He'd work perfect in AEW today.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying about Alex Wright. He was so underrated back then.
Do you
But
know who?
you had people like Flair and all them back there that were holding their spots. People like Alex Wright didn't really have a chance.
Eventually, guys like when they had the luchadors like Rey Mysterio, Psychosis. Eventually, the cruiserweight started getting a little bit of a chance.
Yeah,
Hurricane
Hoovy.
Helms, yeah, who would
Yeah,
too? Yeah, he was on AEW last year.
yeah, he was.
Yeah, so Sabu won the match, and this is what I was talking about. Like after the match, he was still beating up on him. He's gonna get a table out or something. And
Yeah,
after every match, he does this. The table he's fixing to use isn't really like a table you would see these days.
right.
It was like a wood chair. I mean, a wood table. I said chair this whole. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But
Oh, jeez.
that's not the kind of table you
You see the way
see.
Sabu just dove on him? He didn't give a damn.
Oh, I think he got the worst out of that. Sabu
Yeah,
did.
he did. He just, oh my God.
David Pence. He's an
Was
impact
that,
now.
oh my gosh. He took the brunt of all that.
Sabu didn't win the match. He did all that for nothing. I thought the match was over. He won by
Jeez.
him come from ECW. That kind of character doesn't care about the rules.
Right?
I don't really think in ECW there was rules, to be honest.
I don't know.
It's hard to believe that there was rules because about every match had some kind of big spot.
Yeah.
IRS, well, VK Wall Street versus Sting.
Oh, got a commercial.
Yep, I got one too. Auto Nation.
State Farm. Mean by God, Gene.
I don't know what kind of commercial I got now.
You still on commercial?
Yeah, I don't even know what it's supposed to be.
I paused it, so let me know when you're back.
Discovertheforest.org. At least give me some decent commercials if you're gonna. See, like, even like during this time, like commercials are so much better than today's commercials.
Let me know when you're ready.
Hmm.
Is it buffering on you?
Yeah, just something going on with my internet. Wasn't
That
doing this earlier.
happens. Does it have anything to do with your weather?
No, I think I wasn't doing this earlier. I don't know why.
Hmm.
All of a sudden,
But mine's paused, so whenever you're up and running, let me know. I'll press play. Oh, hold on 1 second. Be right back. Hold on. All right. You ready?
I think I about got up, went out of the app, went back in.
Let's see. I'm right about when they're finna come back from commercials. So whenever you're ready, I'll press play.
You can start if you want. I can just catch back up.
All right. Well, right now we have Ric Flair coming out. Badass suit. It's a nice suit though.
If I get to come back on, I get another ad.
I go through it all the time. Trust me, I know how it is. I'm at 12:02. I noticed in the background they have some people have a WCW sign. One has W, the other one has C, the other one has W. And the first one had turned the M the other way and it said ECW. I thought that was pretty
Mm-hmm.
clever.
ECW back then was like the underdog between the two of them.
Yeah. There's somebody doing a Sandman pose in the background. This is they had some ECW fans out back there. They had somebody with the ECW shirt. I'm seeing it now. Yep, nothing but ECW fans like in the middle of the front row, or in the upper, going towards the upper deck. Still buffering on you?
No, I'm just waiting for this commercial to be over. 20 seconds left. I don't know why it's supposed to be this long. At least on YouTube, like they're at least 15 seconds.
Yeah. It's like on Peacock, they're like TV commercials where they're
Yeah.
like 3 to 4 minutes of commercials. I'm gonna wind it back to where I can catch up to where you are, because I'm probably a little bit ahead of you right now. So I'm gonna go back and rewind a little bit, back to when Ric Flair's walking out.
Now I don't know what's going on. It's buffering again.
Well, if you're at the commercials, when you get back, Ric Flair should be coming out to do an interview with Mean Gene.
Well, commercial's over, but it's just going round and round.
Oh. It's all good. None of that's your fault, man.
No, we're not getting a commercial.
Another commercial?
No, not. I went out of it again. Thank God I don't have another one.
Going now?
Ric Flair's coming out.
Yeah.
Wait, no
That's a
more.
great suit.
Yeah. It was a thing for suits.
I'm pretty sure that was all tailored and customized to him. That's all. That's what he
Oh,
does.
Yeah. You know I didn't live through it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, growing up,
Yeah, I
man,
suppose.
that's all I knew back then was
Yeah, I see what you're
WCW
talking
and
about.
WWF.
Like they had the W, they turned it around like sideways to make it an E for
Yeah,
ECW.
I thought that was clever.
Got two songs in one.
Exactly.
Yeah, I see some with the like ECW shirt.
Yeah, I'm surprised that WWE didn't catch on to that and blur it out. I'm surprised they didn't catch on to that because a lot of that's
Yeah,
blurred out these days if you watch it on Peacock.
probably because they own. Well, they bought out both of them. So,
Yeah.
but I know some of the WWF stuff they blur out, like certain people's songs and certain people's shirts they blur out.
Yeah. Oh, Lex Luger walks out. You can't tell me he wasn't juicing hard back then, man. Lex Luger
Oh
was.
yeah,
His
you
veins
already
have
know.
freaking muscles.
You already know him and he was doing.
I love how Flair is just. He is just batshit crazy.
And I swear sometimes he'd be on something.
I used to, man, because thing is, I used to think Flair was all coked up back then. I used to think it was nothing but cocaine, fuel, giving him the fuel that he.
Mm,
I mean, how can you not? But I'm pretty sure in the '80s and stuff. I mean, cocaine was everywhere. But I used to think he was just really coked up every time he came to the ring when I was a kid. I'm probably not far off from the truth.
Yeah, Sunday night.
I mean, because
This
you can.
Sunday.
There's sometimes when you look at Ric Flair's promos, and you would swear that he's coked out of his mind.
Yeah, this Sunday. Scarborough. Yep, this Sunday. Order on pay per view. You're probably about 25 years too late, but
Right?
should we have watched the Fall Brawl next Monday to go in chronological order
Hey, it's not a bad idea. Hell
to
yeah, I'd
keep
watch the Fall Brawl.
to keep the to keep it going in order?
It's not a
Fall
bad
Brawl's the
idea.
PK Wall Street.
Now you notice how
Oh,
they couldn't put the dollar sign on his back because that'd be too much like the $1 Million Man. So they just put it on his breast pocket.
I like the that backpack those kids had, the purple and gold. Or
Yeah.
I have a flag like that, and I've got a lot of WCW wrestlers that's on it.
Oh, that's cool.
I got Sting. Sting, Puff Bagwell, Lex Luger. There's too many on there. Well, not enough yet.
Hmm.
I was
That's pretty damn
scheduled.
cool.
I was supposed to get Hall Nash to sign it, but when Scott Hall passed away, they just canceled the whole thing. So, well, they
Yeah.
still the event, but Hall Nash wasn't there.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Who was like a Juventud Guerrera? See, I've met Juventud and Super Crazy. I just haven't met Psychosis yet.
I got to meet Hoovy. He's pretty. He's actually pretty cool. I met him like once.
Yeah, I met him last year, but I didn't know what he was wanting me to do. Like he gave me his phone. I thought he was wanting me to take a picture or something, but I guess he does like a YouTube channel or something or
Mm-hmm.
Twitch or something because he wanted me to film it, but
Yeah.
he didn't really tell me what he wanted me to do with it. So I just held his phone until he told me what to do with it. Then he didn't want me to film it, but
I
well, like he was
remember
very
when I
cool.
met him. I remember when I met him. He had just injured himself. I think he hurt his ankle, and
Yeah, that's how he
I,
was when
I
I
had
met
met
him.
up. Yeah.
Like he had a boot on his foot.
Yeah.
He was telling someone that some asshole messed up on the move and got him effed up.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what he was saying. That's what I was. That's what he was saying to me too. He told everybody who would ask him.
Who was it? Like Evil East in AEW
Yeah.
and Rakishi, like they were talking to him, and that's what he was telling them. Well, he made it clear to everybody there that someone effed up and he's in a boot.
He's one of the nicest one of the nicest people you can ever meet, though. He's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, he liked the WCW flag. He actually took a picture with it on his phone and posted it somewhere, I guess.
That's pretty cool. That was the same night I met JTG too, because I met him and JTG at the same event.
Oh, yeah, like the some event I went to, they were both together there
Yeah.
too. It was Heroes and Legends Fan Fest. I won't go back though, because what we pre-ordered a bunch of people, and when we got there, half of them weren't there, and we didn't get a refund until the following week.
Damn.
Like we were supposed to meet Charlie Haas, Domino and Cherry, Matt Sydal, like
Mm-hmm.
6, 7 people. We didn't pre-order, and none of them were there. Well, some of them were there,
Damn.
but just well, apparently the person who was bringing them in canceled last minute,
Hmm.
and the promotion didn't rebook any of them except for a few.
Oh damn.
Who else was there? The Brooklyn Brawler was there. Glacier. Yeah, I got Glacier just on my flag.
Glacier.
Yeah, he was there. He wore the
I haven't heard
whole.
that name in years.
He wore the whole thing, and he was in AEW one time at their first event.
Hmm.
And the Brooklyn Brawler was there, but he was charging way too much. He had a big old wad of money in his hand. Like he played each character. Like he played the Brooklyn Brawler. He played certain characters. He was like $150 getting assigned every character. I didn't meet him. I just
Huh? Really?
yeah, because apparently he played Doink the Clown. He played Brooklyn Brawler. He played like 4 different characters in WWE.
Wow. So that's news to me.
Oh, go Sting. Do you know who the Pope is or Elijah Burke in WWE?
Yeah. Yeah.
He
I
was
know who
there
he
too.
is. That's awesome.
He don't do anything anymore.
That's how I was wondering what the hell's been going on with him. I mean, I
I know
haven't
he was
heard
with
his name come up
NWA.
in a long time.
I remember he was in with NWA. Well, his last thing I know was with Impact as a commentator, but
Hmm. I remember
well,
when he was the Pope. I mean, he was one of the reasons why I watched it.
yeah,
Impact back then.
I like the Pope better than Elijah Burke in WWE. I thought the Pope. That's when. That's what made him stick out.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know if
I
you
mean,
remember this match. It was him and Suicide, and Suicide accidentally pulled his pants down. I was I was watching that pay per view live too.
really, that's hilarious, dude.
I still remember that to this day. Yeah,
I'd be laughing my ass off if I was there live, man. To watch it, I'd be laughing my ass off.
I mean it wasn't the. It was like the whole thing. He's got like one thing. Like was the Pope in the Wolfpack?
No, uh-uh.
When I went to that event, this person had a Wolfpack thing, and they had him sign it, and they thought that he was Booker T.
They thought it was Booker T.
Yeah, he just went along with it. At first, he said, "No, I'm not Booker T," but he just went along with it.
That's hilarious. Got the wrong black dude.
Because he wasn't even around, and when WCW was around, he wasn't even thought of.
Oh my god, how can you confuse him and Booker T?
They look nothing alike. Booker T's a lot bigger.
Yeah. And plus, if you're gonna go by who was in the NWO, Stevie Ray was in the NWO, and he was in the NWO Black and White,
The Pope
and
was
the
in that.
B team of NWO Black and White.
Sting, he demolished him. But the Pope was never in WCW at all.
No, I think he was
I went.
pretty damn young when WCW was around.
Then the same person got. Who was it? They got Huberto Guerrero the son, and he kept on telling that he wasn't in the Wolfpack. He said he was in WCW, but he wasn't part of that faction.
Right. That's hilarious. How can you confuse the two? That's just
None of these.
oh.
I bet if I saw the actual real deal, they'll say that they weren't in the Wolfpack.
Yeah.
Sting dominated IRS in this match.
Yeah.
Stinger splash, crossbody. Are you got another commercial?
Yep, I'm about to come out of one. So I'm at 22. Let's see.
I'm about
Right.
about halfway. We're done with.
Okay.
But you can keep on going. I'll just catch up when.
All right, I'm paused at 22:30. So whenever you catch up, I'll press play.
It's not buffering anymore, so that's good.
These pointless commercials. I don't even need any of these things.
Yeah, all these commercials are just. What time stamp you say?
I am on 22:25 now.
All right, I'm ready.
All right.
WCW Saturday night. Just confirmed. See, there he is, the Renegade. He had the similarities to the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, to Ultimate Warrior.
What kind of jobber is that with the rabbit? Flying Brian versus Outlaw.
Isn't that I thought that was Kevin Sullivan's brother, but I don't know. But I could be wrong. It's probably not him, the guy with the rabbit.
I bet that match was good. Flying Brian versus
Alex Wright.
See, I would do the WCW Saturday nights, but they're not on. Well, they're on Peacock, but they only have like 2 years, but only 10 episodes per year of the 2 years that they have them on. They don't have hardly any of them.
Wow, that's surprising. I figured they would have had them all.
They got they got probably like 80% of the WCW stuff on there.
Huh.
If they were on there, I'd watch all of them. Because I don't know any other way you could watch WCW stuff. I mean, YouTube might have it, but
yeah, it may not be good quality.
No, this one's VHS from. And then I remember if someone would call your house and mess up the recording.
Yeah.
if you had a home phone.
Yeah.
Does anyone have home phones anymore? Do you have a home phone?
I mean, Well, I don't have a home phone. I had one in my one of my last houses that I used to live in, like years ago. I had one, but I haven't had a landline in years. I've always had cell phones for like
Yeah,
the
that's what
last,
last
a couple
time.
of years.
Shoot, it was years ago. I don't know anyone that has a home phone. That just costs
I
some extra
mean,
money if you got a cell
unless
phone
you're,
and
yeah. I mean, unless
it,
you're elderly, a lot of elderly people still have landlines.
yeah, because operating a phone for some, you know,
Yeah,
this match is gonna be very short. I feel like,
yeah.
but these two were into it the previous episode. Now they're having a match. Oh, well, I got Scott Norton on my flag too. Yeah,
And Scott
Kevin
Norton, he was like one of those legit badasses.
Kevin Sullivan sent my flag. He didn't charge me anything.
Hmm.
He wasn't getting any people, so he just said, "I like your flag," and then he just signed it.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, it was very random. You know, not a lot of wrestlers do that.
No, I mean that's kind of rare to have wrestlers do that.
He's going for the elbow. Never mind.
Oh,
He got up.
yep.
Bear hug.
Wasn't gonna be that easy.
That move looks weird. The bear hug now.
Yeah, it always had. I've always thought that the bear hug looked pretty weird, but if you ever been in a bear hug, it does hurt. It is a painful
Yeah.
move. Despite how it looks, it is painful. I mean, I remember Scott Norton, man. He could have been like a freaking beast in with the right booking, but
Oh
like I
yeah.
said before, I mean, like I said before, you had all the Ric Flair and all them in charge in the back. The only person that really got a big push was back then was Goldberg, who was like really big. People like Scott Norton and stuff were kind of lost in the shuffle.
So yeah, I guess next Monday we'll do the fall brawl to keep it in order.
Yeah, sounds great to me, man. I can't wait. That's gonna be awesome. I haven't seen Fall Brawl in years. It's gonna be fun.
I seen it last year, but I can't. I know there was the War Games match with
Yeah.
Hogan, Savage. Well, Vader was supposed to be in it, but they had Kamala take
Hmm.
his place.
Yeah.
I thought Vader and Sting had one of the best rivalries in WCW.
Yeah, their rivalry is it was pretty cool. I liked how what was it it was kind of the cinematic thing where Sting it went to Vader's what was it a cape not cape a cave or something like that. He went to Colorado. I forget I don't know how to explain this, but it's one of those when they used to shoot those cinematic vignettes, like whenever I think Jake the Snake had one. It was Jake the Snake and I think Sting. I think it was Jake the Snake versus Sting, and then it was Jake the Snake versus no Sting versus Vader, and they had this thing to where Sting flew all the way out to where Vader was,
Yeah. Mhm.
and I forget what Vader called it, but it was pretty cool. It was like New Japan stuff. The way they shot it back then, it was like the way they would shoot their storylines in New Japan. Which is where I think they got a lot of their ideas from was New Japan, because NWO, that was a New Japan thing.
Yeah, I know they worked together a few times.
Yeah, they did. New Japan and All Japan back then, but I don't know. I don't think All Japan is still around, but New Japan still is.
The only there's Noah in Japan. There's a few other ones in Japan, but like New Japan
Yeah,
Pro Wrestling's like the biggest thing in Japan.
yeah.
Oh, I know that hurt. Went for a whatever he's gonna go on top rope and just turned to a
Oh,
head
that
first
did
to the
look
mat.
painful. That did look painful. The
That
way I see, it, I think you can consider New Japan like the Japanese equivalent to the
oh,
WWE, and All Japan was probably like the equivalent to WCW.
there's Earthquake Kamala. Earthquake is way too big to be.
Yeah, that's back when they were in the Dungeon of Doom, and they called him the Shark. I remember that, and he had the
I,
freaking shark fin on his forearm.
I like him better as Earthquake and him and Typhoon.
Yeah, that was awesome. Oh, he hit it. He hit it. Macho Man with the 3 count.
No, he's on his feet.
I mean, you think about Dungeon of Doom, man. On paper, Dungeon of Doom was so freaking silly. Now you look back on it, and then Hulk
Yeah,
Hogan ended up destroying Hulkamania by his damn self.
Zodiac. Gordon knows the Brutus Bar Beefcake.
Yep.
20 minutes of
Oh
pop.
man. Look at the Zodiac. Remember,
We'll start.
all he said was yes and no. I remember that.
They're fixing to go at it. Earthquake and or Shark.
Man, I swear, man, watching this brings back memories.
He's made it down. That was a good match. I felt. I thought
Yeah,
good
it was
entertaining match.
entertaining.
It's better than Hulk Hogan and Big Bubba Rogers.
Yeah.
All right, this show's been well. I think he's in the main event. I think Lex Luger and Hulk
Mhm.
Hogan. Yeah, they're
I,
next.
see, that's one thing I remember about WCW was the lighting was more, I think, impactful than WWF was back then. Like the lighting alone and the pyro, how it all came together. I think
That's it. WWE never had pyro until WCW started doing it.
that's
Like
true.
like once
Yeah,
WCW started doing it years later, then WWE had the big Titantron, and then they tried to copy it.
yeah. They started putting it on their pay per views, and then they started putting it on their Monday Night Raws.
See, a lot of people like to complain about AEW for getting all the WWE stars, but everyone complained when WWE got all the former WCW stars:
Exactly.
Goldberg, Rey Mysterio, Booker T,
Hmm.
Hurricane Helms.
Yeah, and they
Yeah,
all had a choice. You know, they had a choice to go to another company, but
yeah,
you know,
a lot of them opted out.
yeah.
Gold, almost all of them did, except for a few. Booker T stayed. Like he was the main one that stayed.
Hmm.
But eventually, Hulk Hogan and Hall Nash would eventually come over, and then
Yeah,
Goldberg finally came, but Sting never went.
yeah, that's true. He went straight to Impact, I believe, right after that.
Yeah, he went to
Right after
Japan
all
for a
that.
little bit. He made a few appearances in TNA, but then he finally signed with them, and then
Yeah,
he refused to go to WWE.
for the longest time, he would
He,
not go.
he finally did it at the end of his career, just to say
Yeah,
he did it.
I mean, yeah, put that on your your wrestler's resume. I mean, it looks pretty good on the resume,
See, this pyro is
or
perfect.
your list of accomplishments.
This pyro is perfect for Lex Luger.
I think it's too much even for him.
Yeah, that was good at first, but then they like the lighting though, as you pointed out.
Yeah, they had great lighting. I mean, the lighting was top notch.
Horrible.
Yeah, in fact, I mean, once Nitro was up and running, WWE had to get on their feet as far as production. You know, they had to realize, hey, they're going live every week. We need to start going live every week because back then Raw didn't go wasn't live. Raw was taped,
It was
but
like
Nitro,
live. It was like in the month, like they were live the first of the month.
right?
Then the next 2 weeks they were taped. And then the last Monday of the month they were live.
Yeah. Whereas
Eventually,
Nitro, they came out in live out of the gate.
eventually they went live because I got sick of Eric Bischoff spoiling everything.
Yeah.
But sometimes it backfired because when Mick Foley won the title, they said that, then people turned over to see if he really won it.
Hell yeah, I was one of those people. I totally clicked over to
Some-
USA to watch Mick win it.
Sometimes it can be a good thing, but with the title change like that, it could be it fired back.
True.
But they were still whooping him in the ratings.
Yeah, they were. I mean, for what, 80, 81? I think it was 81 weeks.
80 something.
I
Yeah,
think
81, 82. It was 80 something weeks
they,
in a row.
I could be wrong. It could be 83.
I wish
It
they
may
could
be
have made it.
83 weeks.
I wish I could have made it to 100 weeks in a row.
Yeah, imagine that.
I don't like Hulk Hogan's theme right here. This is even worse than his WWE one.
It's very cheesy. It's really cheesy.
What is that song? Well, it's not the talking of Excalibur. It's just like camera moving so fast, like Excalibur.
What time slip are you on right now?
33-17.
Okay, cool.
This is the main event.
Yep.
I do like the pyro right there. How does that not hurt?
Mm.
I know Sean Randy Orton used to do that with the when he come out. I don't see how that didn't hurt because
They're probably used to doing it. I mean,
or it's not
would you?
as it doesn't hurt. I don't know. I'd like to know more about that.
I mean, you can condition the human body to withstand all kinds of pain. So, wouldn't be surprised if they got used to it and it didn't even hurt. Man, I forgot how beautiful that damn belt was, man. The big
W
gold belt.
yeah. WWE tried to remake that title into it. Like they just took the WCW off the top off and just made it, put the WWE logo and just made it their own.
Yeah. I gotta say, I missed that old belt, man. I missed the old one. The old one, I think it was more classy. You know what I'm saying? It brought more class.
See, the one thing I like about AEW is like all their belts doesn't look the same. And like WWE, like Universal and WWE, they both look the same. Just one's blue and one's black. Same
Yeah,
logo and same logo. When the women's red, blue, same WWE logo.
exactly.
The only two that don't look the same is the tag looks the same, just blue, red. The only two is the Intercontinental and Intercontinental United States. But
Hmm.
the one thing I liked about WCW I'd say probably every promotion outside of WWE. Like every belt looks different.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing.
I don't want
I
every
wish
belt
I
to
wish they would redesign the IC title. I mean, I
because
wish they would redesign that already.
it used to be not every belt looked the same. Like they had the world heavyweight and they had the spinner belt and they had the intercontinental United
Yeah.
States. And both tag looked different. I don't know whose idea was to make every title look the same.
I don't know. Good question. I've always wondered that myself. Like, why? Who chose the pattern, the patterns of it, and the style, and the
The
length
path
of
they were
time that
on
they're
was
supposed to be that way?
the path they were on was fine.
Well,
They should have made that.
now I think about it. Did you know that Lex Luger was the one who held the U.S. title the longest?
Yeah. So they didn't made the intercontinental. Like it used to be such a prestigious belt. Now it's just a mid Carter title. It's like the TNT title of WWE.
Yeah.
I feel like the last person to really make that title relevant was The Miz in the Dolph Ziggler feud.
You know what? I agree with that because I think that it made people give a damn about the belt again. Because I mean, the belt has so much prestige to it, and people, I think a lot of people have forgotten about that or don't even know about the prestige of the belt.
No, because I feel like it's got more prestige than their world title, but they don't want to acknowledge that. Like there
Right.
was so many good wrestlers who held that title, like Ricky Steamboat. Uh, Pat Patterson was the first champion.
Yeah, Pat Patterson was the very first. That's right.
Roman Reigns is fixing to mark 700 days as champion pretty soon. If he beats Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, then he'll
Damn.
be past 700 days.
He's never going to get to where Bruno Sammartino was. He's never going
No,
to get up there.
he had that
I
like
think that's a high bar to try
he
to.
had that about like 2,800 days.
Yeah. I think Bruno Sammartino still has the record.
I think if Roman holds the title next to WrestleMania, then he'll possibly get to 1,000, but he's not getting 2,000.
Yeah. Oh, Luger has him in the torture rack. I forgot. Oh man, I forgot all about this.
Yep, today was 680 days. 20 days he'll be at 700.
Hmm. And honestly, I don't see him losing the title. I don't think they're ready for him to drop the title yet. So he's probably
I
gonna end
don't.
up getting that.
Some people's been saying that Austin Theory is going to cash in the Money to Bank. I don't know, but I could see him cashing it in, and Roman Reigns is sparing him 1, 2, 3, and let that be it.
Yeah, I could see that. At the same time, I see what they're doing with Austin though. With I mean, that's the thing. You look at this. You look at Theory, and you can see how they're kind of giving him this John Cena kind of push.
Yeah,
Because John Cena had the same kind of push when he first came in. You know, he was hated, and but yet he was Vince's boy, and no matter what, Vince is going to put him down everybody's throats, and that's what's happening now with Theory. And I'm not taking anything away from Theory. I mean, the dude is talented. The dude has what it
boy,
takes to be the face of the company if need be. I'm not even doubting that. I'm just saying, like, I get where a lot of fans are coming from, how it's too fast, how they feel like it's too soon, too fast. I understand where they're coming from, but from what I've seen, business wise, they turn him into the next John Cena.
yeah. I mean, he could be fine on his own, like how he was, and still be a big star. Like he doesn't need to be the next John Cena. Like he needs to be Austin Theory.
Right, I agree.
I mean, you can have similarities into your character like him, but I hope they
Yeah,
don't do the him wearing the jorts thing and wearing the cowboy wearing the
have him
hat.
start freestyling all of a sudden.
I hope not. I could see. I think they're gonna do it though.
I could totally see him playing that route. I can totally see him doing it.
Like if I was a wrestler, I wouldn't want to be the next anyone. I want to be me.
Exactly.
Well, there goes that main event. And everyone's coming out. And,
They ruined the main event again. That's like the second. That happened in the last episode. They came out and ruined it. I think
yeah, it was.
Dungeon of Doom.
I forget the main event. It was Hulk Hogan and Buddy Big with Bubba Rogers, and they ruined that.
Yeah.
They interfered in that one. Now they just interfered in this one. Just how cool. Well, Ming.
And I remember at this time, back when I was a kid watching, and at the time, I was in the story. I was so into the story. You didn't know whether to trust Lex Luger. You didn't know whether to trust anything he was saying. Was he a good guy? Was he a bad guy? Was he with Dungeon of Doom? Was it with
Was it?
WCW? You know, it was all a big. It was pretty fascinating
Oh.
and fun at that time.
Now we're Hogan and Lex Luger's into it. Well, before it was
Yeah.
Savage and Luger.
Yeah.
But
And then you have Sting get involved, and Sting is like best friends with Luger, but Luger's a
Yeah.
heel deep down. I mean,
like they
the
team
whole
up-
thing.
like they team up, but Luger don't care for Hogan or Savage.
Right.
But he likes Sting. But there's a weird relationship.
And that's the thing about Sting, though. If you watch Sting go over the years, he's always been a loyal friend. His people have always turned on him. He's always been there for people.
He
I mean, you look back to these days, up to right now, Sting has always been there. For
Like
if
all
he
40
has your back, he has your back.
and all 4 of these guys are gonna have to wrestle together in that War Games match.
Yep. This is when they
I
got the
know.
face paint and stuff on. They're gonna have the face paint on and everything. Can't wait to watch. It's gonna be fun.
I don't know how that's gonna work because none of them's on the same page except Luger and Sting.
See, that's what I'm saying. At the time, it was so compelling because none of them got along, but they had to get along for this specific match.
Gene Okerlund's in the ring.
I don't think Jimmy Hart gets any credit for his clothes, man. That dude has always had some cool spray painted clothes. I think him and RVD went to the same person.
Where you coming from?
And see, the least trustworthy person in the whole bunch is Lex Luger, but nobody really catches that.
Yeah, he's cool with Sting. Sting's cool with him, but
Yeah. Sting. You can't tell me Sting is totally overacting on this one.
no, ain't no dream
Now,
team.
but Luger does have a legitimate point. He wants a title shot, a legit title shot. That's I mean, that's
Didn't really get it.
reasonable.
He didn't really get the.
Exactly, he never really got it, so that's pretty reasonable.
Oh,
He got the dog a tarantula. Bobby the Brain Eating Man. God, I miss him. He was a national treasure. Oh, Johnny be bad.
now they're dragging Jimmy Hart into death.
The American Mills. Oh God, I forgot about it.
Buff Bagwell and Scotty Riggs.
Yep. Regal and beautiful Bobby Eaton. I forgot they teamed up. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be great going down memory lane.
Now they're dragging Gene Urkel in the desk. His jackets are cool though. Jimmy Hart's the
Yeah,
Hulk Hogan in the back of WCW.
that's well done. I see. That's one thing I've always loved about Jimmy, is that he's always had like that great art on his clothing. Like every time that you saw him, he had some great airbrush stuff on his clothing. Him and RVD. RVD usually has some pretty cool stuff too on his tights.
Yeah.
See, that's reasonable. That's very reasonable. Lex Luger,
Hogan
he
ain't
only
want to
misses a
go for
title
it.
shot.
He didn't want to go for it. He didn't want to go for that.
Hogan's like, no, I don't think so. It's my gold.
He called his dog a tarantula.
Oh man, I love Bobby, man. Bobby, I'll miss Bobby. He was the best. He was the weasel. He was awesome. He is who managers model themselves after these days.
Mark Barrow or John B. Bad versus
Johnny B. Bad. Johnny B. Bad. I think
Matt
Dusty Rhodes was the one who came up with that Johnny B. Bad character.
William Regal and yeah.
Beautiful Bobby Eaton.
Well, that was it for the Nitro episode 2. So yeah, we completed the first and second episode. And for the viewers, as you guys heard, we will be since we're gonna try to keep it in order. Next week we'll do the Fall Brawl pay-per-view. To go in order, and then the next Monday we'll go to 3 and 4 Nitro.
Yeah.
But yeah. Those were good seeing like a lot of the good old stuff, and
Yeah, brought back some really good memories, man. It was awesome.
but yeah, we'll be back Wednesday for Dynamite, Thursday for College review, then Friday for Rampage, and you already know what I'm about to say. Do it all over again next week. But yeah,
Yep.
make sure to follow the All Elite Zone across social media. Link in the description below: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Spotify. Definitely stay tuned to our social media so you don't miss any special special guests on here for interviews, all of our announcements whoever we might have on, our time we're going on and all that. So definitely check that out. But yeah, we'll see you guys Wednesday for Dynamite.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Peace.